Hi, my name is Becca Ironside. I'm a pelvic floor physical therapist, and I'm making this video to discuss the refractory period in men. So what is a refractory period? A refractory period is the amount of time that it takes once a man finishes arousal and ejaculation to the next time he's able to do that. This refractory period is different for many men. For some men, it's 5 minutes. For some, it's an hour. And for others, it can be a day or two. So why is the refractory period important for men? In order to discover that, what we first need to discuss is what's happening during the arousal process that makes it so fabulous and sought after. So what happens during ejaculation in men is that the pelvic floor muscles will quiver and send the ejaculate out of the tip of the penis. And this actually fatigues the pelvic floor muscles just a little bit, which makes sense. Another thing is happening during climax in men, however, and that is that the feature in the brain known as the amygdala is actually being shut off. Why is that important? Why do we feel so good when we have an ejaculation as guys? You feel good because that fight or flight center in your brain is actually temporarily shut off, right? So that accompanies that fabulous, blissful release of orgasm, is that your fear center is no longer active in your brain. So what we're seeing now is a lot of guys want to shorten their refractory period. In other words, they want to ejaculate and then they very quickly want to resume this process. So what we know about the refractory period is it's shorter in men who masturbate. Why is this? Most likely because you don't have to ask your partner if they're ready to. If you're masturbating, you can go do your thing, maybe wait a short amount of time, and try it again. But what's the downside of chasing orgasm? There is a downside for 2 factors. Number 1, your pelvic floor muscles are tired after that initial orgasm. But secondly, your brain has been tricked into believing that there's no fear in the world because your amygdala has been shut off. If you very rapidly try to resume another ejaculation, there is no telling if that amygdala will respond in the same way as the first ejaculation, right? So what I want to encourage people to do is try not to chase after multiple orgasms if you're a guy in one day. Your body may not be designed for this. So remember, we're fatiguing pelvic floor muscles, and also we're releasing chemicals in the brain that are responsible for that really blissful release. And if you just keep chasing that sensation, you don't know if your pelvic floor muscles will keep up with you, but you also don't know if your brain's going to have the same release as it did upon your first and original orgasm. Let me put it to you this way. When you're really craving a food that you want and you haven't had it in a while, for me it's pad thai with shrimp. That first bite of pad thai is magnificent. Halfway through, I'm sated, I'm happy. Finishing the plate is great, but it's not the same as that first bite. So I'm encouraging people to try and elongate that refractory period so that your brain's going to get a better response. Your pelvic floor muscles can relax and do their thing and get ready and prepared for the next time that you want to release. So I want to end this by quoting something involving my hourglass. Like sands in the hourglass, so are the climaxes of our lives. Don't rush them, wait for them, pace them. You'll be happier, and so will your body. I'm Becca Ironside. This is your Magical Pelvis. Thank you so much. Please hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this.